back in my 20s, I worked for a temping agency. So I would fill in for admin assistants and secretaries and office personnel. That was kind of my wheelhouse at the time. I had a bit of experience in it and I ran with it. So I was living with my grandparents in Edmonton and I had multiple temp jobs where I would wake up in the morning and just be sick to my stomach because I was so nervous and so anxious about the day ahead. But this particular time was the worst. I was going to be filling in for a fella at a large shipping company. So people would place orders and then ship, it would ship out. Anyway, I knew that it was going to be tough because when I arrived at the office and greeted the fella, he took me back to his desk. And on his desk were Rolaids, Tums, Gaviscon, all kinds of heartburn medication, Tylenol, empty coffee cups. Like, this guy was just a mess. And he just kept telling me how stressful the job was and that he was looking so forward, that he so needed his 10 days off because he was going to burn out if he didn't take it. Well, he went on to, begin training me. Training was going to last for a week. Okay. So I knew this. Once I got into the training and realized that this job was like heavy duty, there was a lot of components that I was not prepared for. That negativity in my voice, in my head rather, it started to just chatter away and tell me I wasn't good enough. I didn't have the experience. I didn't have the education, that I was going to fail, and that people weren't going to like me. They were going to, it was just going to go everything wrong in my head that I could think of. That's what I was telling myself. By noon, I got there at 8 in the morning, and by noon, I was so frazzled and anxious that I called my grandma because I didn't drive. I called her and said, "Can you come and get me? I'm just not feeling good." And she did. Well, I left. I didn't tell them I was leaving. I just left at noon and I never went back. I ghosted them big time. I don't know what happened to the fella. I don't know, maybe he, I hope he still got his 10 days worth of holidays, but I don't know, because I also ghosted the temp agency. I was so anxious and just like, get me out of here, that I closed the blinds on everyone. And yeah, that was rough. And I didn't realize until recently that was caused by anxiety. No idea. I just thought, I just would laugh at myself kind of and joke about it. But yeah, I never went back. So yeah, it was totally anxiety. I have more stories like that I'll share over the next few days, maybe. Everybody take care. And feel free. Let me know your anxiety experience.